Well, hello there, everybody. This is the Comedy Thief. Where's the bugler? I just want to let you know you're watching Funny Old Guys. That's who we are. And
not bad. Oh, there we go.
Yes. The bugler worked. Well, anyway, we steal all the jokes you're going to hear today. We have stolen them. So I say hi, passing along to Dr. Fatpacker for his hello.
Oh, well, hello there. Yes, how are you today? Say, I just got back from vacation. I had a terrible vacation. Oh, wait, that was my first bad joke.
Oh, there you go. And below us is Homeless Charlie, who has his winter wig on for the very first time. Homeless Charlie, say hello to our wonderful video audience.
Well, hello to our wonderful video audience.
I can see you're really excited today, aren't you, Charlie?
I am just very upbeat because it's a lovely day.
Well, yes, it is. Anyway, we tell jokes, and we're going to start telling jokes right now, joke after joke after joke. Dr. Fatpacker, tell us a joke.
Oh, I'll tell you two of them right now.
Hold it, I forgot it.
What about our sponsors?
Exactly. If we don't tell about our sponsors, the whole video thing is going to collapse. Anyway, the sponsors for today are David's Denture Cleaner and Dr. Puke's Irish Whiskey. I don't know. Dr. Fatpacker, tell us some.
Why do you tell those doctor things?
Hey, look at it. I don't get the sponsors.
Goodness,
I report.
You know how hard it is? Will you stop talking and let me tell my joke, please? You know how hard it is sometimes, when you see somebody, you think you know them, but you don't. I found out I have this condition now. My brain is not equipped with facial or name recognition anymore.
Oh, well, that's sad. Do you have another one?
Oh, I have a question here.
Yeah.
Then two vegans get into an argument. Is it still called a beef?
No.
Oh, okay. He's still thinking of that one.
I am thinking, I don't know. I'm old. Anyway, Homeless Charlie, tell us a joke.
Well, there's a man, he was talking to the patient in the bed in the hospital, and he said, the good news is I did a close inspection of your colon and it looks perfect.
Wow. And
the patient replied, what's the bad news? I'm not a doctor.
Oh. So a robber walks into a bank.
Okay.
Pulls out this huge revolver, points it at the gal at the bank and says, give me all your money or I'll blow your head off. And the woman said, sir, this is a sperm bank. So he put the pistol away and he starts walking out and the gal says, by the way, sir, what's your first name? He says, Dick. That's what he said.
that can't be all right.
Dr.
You slowed down there, but he pulled out a gun. I was worried there for a second. Hey, speaking of fax machines, and I visited the office the other day and they got a fax at work. So they didn't know they even had a fax machine. So the entire department just stared at it. But I poked it with a stick. That's it, I'm done. Move on.
They still have them somewhere.
Yeah.
I poked it with a stick. I did that with my old girlfriend too, but that's another story.
That's another program.
Almost Charlie.
Well, the other night I was drinking at a bar and I decided I had too much to drink, so I decided to take a bus home.
Yes.
Now, it might not be a big deal to you, but I've never driven a bus before.
I gave my next door neighbor, a blonde lady.
Yeah.
I gave her an AM radio, right?
Right.
And it took this blonde lady next door about a month and a half to figure out that she could play it in the evening too. That's she did. Dr. Fatpacker.
Well, you know, October is Halloween month, so I've been trying to think of something really scary for Halloween this year, and I finally figured it out. I'm going to dress as a phone battery at 2%.
At 2%.
How scary is that? Yeah.
Okay, Homeless Charlie.
Well, you know, going back to the comedy thief's last joke, did you know that AOC has single-handedly wiped out all blonde jokes?
Really? Why? How come? Oh, I got it. Okay. Hey, I got that one. Why did the chicken cross the basketball court?
Well, I don't know. Pray
Right.
tell.
Because he heard the referee giving out fouls.
What did,
How
what did
bad is that one, folks?
What did be that?
Dr. Fatpacker, tell us a joke.
Do that one again, only use a rooster for that,
A
okay?
rooster.
Yeah.
Rooster.
You know,
Oh,
he's
fouls.
giving out fouls, so never mind.
No.
So Facebook just sounds like a drag, you know. Look at in my day, seeing pictures of people's vacation was considered a punishment.
Consider the punishment.
You know, home movies, remember those?
Oh, I do. Yes, indeed. Charlie, go for it.
Well, this is a short quickie, but do you know how weird it is being the same age as old people?
Yeah. Well, it's
Who'd have thought?
serious. If a pig has a bad rash on its back, what kind of salve would you put on the pig?
Well, pray tell.
Ointment, folks.
Ointment.
Dr. Fatpacker.
Well, you know, I mentioned this bar that I go to every once in a while. This guy walked in there the other night with a dog under his arm, and he announces that the dog can talk and that he has $100 he's willing to bet at anyone who says that he can't. Well, of
Aha.
course, the bartender jumped right in, and I said, okay. And the owner says, what's the thing on top of this building which keeps the rain from coming inside? And the dog said, roof. He goes, that's right. The bartender says, wait a minute. Let's try this again. He goes, okay, I'll try another question. Who's the greatest ball player of all time? The dog goes, Ruth. The bartender kicks him out. So they're outside the bar, and the dog looks up at the owner. He goes, DiMaggio?
A talented dog there, Dr. Fatpacker. Homeless Charlie, go for it.
Well, I'd like to reach out on behalf of a friend of mine. His wife told him to go out and get some of those pills that would make him more romantic.
Oh,
Well,
Oh.
when he came back, he handed her some diet pills. Anyways, he's looking for a place to live.
well, I have a related story. In fact, it's a true story. Happened today. I'm in the cashier line at the supermarket, and there was a really heavy woman in front of me. And as we're waiting, she kind of turned toward me, and on the front of her top, it said guess. And I said 245. That's what I said. She was not a happy woman. Anyway, Dr. Fatpacker, it's your turn.
Yeah, usually they are so happy. Listen, this new client had just come in to see a famous lawyer, right? And he says, can you tell me how much you charge? And the lawyer goes, of course. I charge $200 to answer 3 questions.
Ah,
And he goes, well, that's a little bit steep, isn't it? And the lawyer goes, well, yes, it is. And what's your 3rd question? And you wonder why they get such a bad rap.
well, yes. They should work in a restaurant, a Greek restaurant. Anyway, Homeless Charlie, go for it.
Well, you know, these vegans and these health nuts, people that go to the gym, they're going to feel really, really stupid someday when they're lying in the hospital dying of nothing.
Dying of nothing. Well, I know this fellow, a personal friend of mine. He's a very incredibly wealthy guy. So he took his money and he built a golden house. A golden
Ooh.
house. Yeah,
Wow.
just absolutely amazing. And so he bought himself, and was, when I was there, he was with his golden PlayStation, all right? And then later on, he went in the living room and he started reading his golden newspaper.
Oh, wow.
And he was, let's see, what's the last part here? He has his own personal fitness center in the house, and he went in and he started running on his golden treadmill. And at some point, he had to go to the bathroom, and he took a dump in my tuba. Anyway, where are we here?
What
Oh,
the
my
hell?
goodness.
Who cares? Dr. Fatpacker, this is the last one.
Oh, Val, then why are men with pierced ears better prepared for marriage?
I don't know.
They've experienced pain and bought jewelry.
Oh, there we go. Okay, anyway, we're done with our jokes, but we have a point of conversation between the three of us.
Oh, yeah, the
Right here.
point of conversation thing.
Okay, here it is. Okay, Dr. Fatpacker. You're drinking
Yeah.
you're drinking coffee at work,
All right.
and you spill all of the coffee on your lap,
Ooh.
soaking your crotch. And 15 seconds later, two office girls stop by your desk and suddenly look down at this soggy mess in your crotch. What would you say? What would you do? How would you get out of this dilemma?
Val, you're already making me feel uncomfortable there. Whoa, ouch. Val, of course, ladies would walk up and I'd stare down at me. When I'd look up at them and I'd go, sorry, ladies, do you want to hear about my morning?
Okay, you just got around the subject. Okay, you spilled your coffee on your crotch. Two office girls come up, look down, and they gasp. What would you say? What would you do? Homo?
Well, I think first of all, I'd just try to be nice to them and apologize, but I would have to explain that my girlfriend and I were sort of on a tight budget right now because of the economy. And she's been making me wear my Depends 2 or 3 days in a row. So I guess I'm just gonna have to double depend.
Double depends. I would say to the ladies, ladies, you know me well. You know me as I'm a person of good character and integrity and an honest person. So either I spilled coffee on my pants or I couldn't make it to the bathroom. That's what I would say. Anyway, we're done. We're out of here. Thanks very much for watching. Oh, wait a minute. I almost forgot. We invite a very, yes?
I was going to say, what did you do after they fell asleep trying to listen to that?
Well, that's another story entirely.
Oh, okay.
We invite a famous person to be on our very next video, a celebrity.
Oh.
So this for our next video, we're inviting former President Dwight Eisenhower to be on our very next video. So Dwight, contact funny old guy.
Hold on there. Comedy Thief. Wasn't he like president in like the 1940s?
Yes. So Dwight Eisenhower.
Yeah. He's dead.
Wait a
Or
minute.
he could be.
You mean he's dead?
I would think so.
Yeah.
Well,
If
then
he
we
wasn't,
can't
he'd
invite
be
him.
the
Who do we know named Dwight that we can?
Dwight. Oh, Dwight owns the little restaurant thing right up the street from me.
Well, okay. Is he famous?
He's famous in here where I live.
Well, what the hell? Does he make a good hamburger?
You betcha.
Okay. All right. Dwight, the hamburger maker, you're going to be on our next video. You better be funny. So check in at funnyoldguys@gmail.com. And Dwight, if you don't check in 24 hours, you are going in the trash bin. This is a Comedy Thief saying goodbye and farewell. Pass along to Dr. Fatpacker for his farewell.
Well, auf Wiedersehen, everybody. So nice that you dropped in for us. Oh, before you go, make sure you go down to the bottom and subscribe, because that's very important to do. You know, oh, and if you have friends that you'd like to tell about our funny stuff, send a email to funnyoldguys@gmail.com, and we'll send you some of these fancy dancy business cards that have our little address there that they can go to and they can join in the fun.
Oh, there you go. And to say his farewell, Homeless Charlie, say goodbye and farewell to the boys and girls in Video Land.
Well, goodbye and farewell to the boys and girls in video land.
That's it. Everybody wave goodbye. We'll see you down the road. Everybody wave.